also joined, we also do have in the studios Olufemi Okeosanyitolu, who is the General Manager and CEO of LASEMA. That's the Emergency Response Agency in Lagos. Good morning, and thank you for coming in today.
Good morning.
Well, yes, we did see images and of the scene, so much of it yesterday. You were also there at the venue, at the scene of this unfortunate incident. What can you tell us now? What's the recent developments before you came here today?
Well, the information has been properly disseminated that we have 7 survivors with us at the accident and emergency center, and they are receiving adequate medical care free of charge. All our specialists are on the ground. Also, concerning the dead people that we retrieved from the incident, they are well taken care of at our morgue. And we've established both the emergency center response team at the trauma center, which is at LASUT, and all activities is well coordinated by the state government and the federal government.
So in terms of the procedure that families have got to go through to retrieve the bodies of their loved ones who were involved in this crash, what's the procedure?
It has been established. We have a center to handle that. They've just moved into the Lagos State Teaching Hospital, LASUT, in front of the morgue. We have the center there. They will then, it's well coordinated. They'll just tender their names, make sure that they have a proper identifications. Any questions they need to ask will be answered.
I'd like to imagine that, I mean, since the emergency response agencies involved in this have been involved in it for a while now, there must be new information, new ideas, new thoughts coming through to them, to your agency, for instance, in terms of how to perform better, or in terms of approvals for buildings to aid emergency response. Is there any such thing, and what would that be?
Well, definitely with this incident, we are going to do debriefing. We are going to have a sort of stakeholders meeting.
You haven't debriefed yet?
We've done the partial one, but we are going to do a major stakeholders that we are going to look at what we've done that day and fine-tune our operation. But if you look at it holistically, what we did, how we responded during the Dana plane crash is far, far better than how we responded yesterday. And you can say that...
well, wasn't that because of the proximity?
It was not because of the proximity. It was because of it was well coordinated.
What you said, or what you're saying, what you just said, is that how you responded during the Dana crash was far better than how you responded yesterday.
No. The way we responded yesterday, it was far, far better than the way we responded at the Dana.
Okay, it was important that we clarify that.
Yes,
that was what you said.
And if you look at it again, the crowd was well controlled. And despite the fact...
the crowd was well controlled?
Yeah, a little bit. You see, despite the fact that there was a national strike going on around the doctors, all the specialists that are involved in managing emergency in the state, the traumatologists, were on the ground. So the emergency services of the state is well coordinated on the ground.
Okay. I would like to see those images again so that you talk us through, perhaps those who may not exactly follow what you said when you say the crowd on the ground was well controlled. So if we could just see some of those images, because some wonder that if they were well controlled, how come you had so many? Look at this. How come you have so... How is this well controlled?
Okay. If you look at the way we defined the response, we have the outer cordon and we have the inner cordon. At the inner cordon, we have our primary responders within. What you are looking at is at the outer cordon. The outer cordon is where you are seeing people, where you are seeing a lot of crowd. It was well defined yesterday. We have the outer cordon, we have the inner cordon.
How many meters did this cordon take from this actual scene?
If you look at the outer cordon, we have about 20 meters to the...
Okay, how about from this, where this occurred? How many meters
if you look at,
did you cordon off?
If you look at this scene that we are really looking at, we have the emergency responders working. The emergency responders are partaking in some of 1 or 2 activities. They are part of the people that are responding. And because it was well cordoned off, that is why there could be free flow of evacuation from the scene to the emergency center at Lasut, there's a free flow. There's no blockage of both parts of the responders. All the major responders, all our major primary responders were on the ground.
Okay, because also yesterday there was almost all the uniformed officials who were on ground. Nothing wrong with them trying to help, but they've got to be properly designated and properly their functions told such that they could know what to do. But you saw almost everyone coming in to do one or two things. Is that how it's supposed to be?
Not really. If you look at, there are two activities going on there. There's some people handling the debris. There are some people giving others what they need to do. You know, you have to perform certain functions simultaneously. And if you can see that clear, that as the incident commander that coordinated the activities there, we concentrated our efforts on rescuing people. And I keep on giving others, you do this, you do that. There's a multi-information, multi-coordinations, multi-activities that needs to be done. And if you look at at certain aspects, I will inform you, move in this way, you move in this way. And that is why we are able to rescue a lot of people from that incident.
Do you think that, you know, do you do mock
drills?
Drills to see whose role will be, you know, what role this person will be playing in whatever situation, so that people get somewhere and know immediately what is expected of them, rather than wait for, say, your commands, for instance?
Yeah. What, in our own case, we have stakeholders meeting, and after that, we have something like simulation exercises that, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, we will have to coordinate. We have our own defined roles and responsibility for all the stakeholders. Before we responders could move in, we allow the fire services to perform their work. And we inform the security officer to condone the area off. The hospital was well informed about the type of patient or the type of victim we are going to evacuate to them. So they are well prepared. So they have all their gadgets in. So we still need to fine-tune our roles and responsibilities. There's no doubt about that. But if you look at it holistically, all agencies try to perform one thing or the other.
Well,